Hello everybody! Too Tall Tina here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another spooky season speed build. As always, we are in The Sims 4. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this build. I think it turned out very well, and apparently at least like 1,000 people on Facebook also think it turned out really well. I have no idea where this attention came from. I had no idea that it would be this interesting of an idea, but let me tell you about it. So I am in Forgotten Hollow, the world that came with vampires on the Fledermaus Bend lot. I feel like that has to mean something in German like bat. Knowing what little I know about the German language, just knowing that they like combine the cutest words and like it sounds really aggressive in when people are talking, but Fledermaus? It's a Fledermaus. It's a bat. It's gotta be a bat. That right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this is Bat Bend. That's the actual name of this lot, is Bat Bend. Anyways, so the other day I was driving home from work. No idea where this inspiration came from. I think it's because at work they started playing more Halloween type music over the like intercom thing, and there was a song from The Nightmare Before Christmas. And driving home from work, I was like, you know what would be a really cool idea? I'm gonna build a house inspired by Sally. That's what I'm gonna do when I get home. I was like, yes, I can use different color wallpapers and then use like the shelves to look like stitches, and it was blowing my mind while I was driving home. And this was one of those builds where I sat down and I started building it and I did not stop. Did not stop. Like, I went to bed and then got up the next day and finished it. This was that type of build. I got very excited about it. But anyways, so Nightmare Before Christmas. I do love the movie. I think it's the perfect time of year for the movie. I would not rank it in like my top 10 favorite movies. I would say that it is in like my top 5 Tim Burton movies, maybe top 3 Tim Burton movies, my top 5 Halloween movies, and like my top 10 Christmas movies. So that's where Nightmare Before Christmas ranks for me. Yeah, like obviously every kid who went through an emo phase, which I did, was obsessed with Nightmare Before Christmas growing up, and then, you know, now I'm a strong, independent woman who knows better. Sally is a wonderful character. Jack? Not as wonderful. Not as good of a character. Their relationship is not my favorite relationship. I mean, when you can compare it to the Corpse Bride, what you gonna do? Anyways, so I do love Sally, but Tim Burton's amazing. Don't get me wrong. Definitely not talking any crap about Tim Burton whatsoever. Fantastic. All of his work, all of the artwork, it's wonderful. And ingenuitive, innovative, creative, imaginative. More adjectives that mean he's awesome, basically. So yeah, I love Sally. I think Sally was a fantastic character in the movie. She was definitely a go-getter and very creative in trying to gain her own independence. And, you know, who wouldn't want to be Sally? Sally was a cool character. And the whole sewing herself back together and stuff, she's cool. I like Sally. So I don't know, just something about maybe the music playing at work or thinking about the Halloween season, something struck me and I was like, this is what the build's gonna be. It's gotta be different color wallpapers and I've gotta use shelves to look like stitching. I think that it turned out really well. I do end up changing some of the wallpaper around quite a bit. I decided to go with just 3 different wallpapers instead of such like a mix match, because right now I have like a solid yellow and then like a patterned yellow and a solid pink and a patterned pink and a solid turquoise and a patterned turquoise, and it was just too much, so I just picked one of each. So 1 yellow, 1 pink, 1 turquoise, and I think that it helps everything look a little bit more cohesive in the end. And I do have to give, like, you know, major props to Kate Emerald, because, you know, some people, when they think about doing YouTube videos, they might research it and see if it's something that has been done before or something that's popular. I didn't do that initially. Really good at talking. Initially, I did not look up to see if, like, this was something that had been done before. I'd gotten started on the build, and then people had expressed that they had liked it, and I was like, oh, maybe I should look and see if anybody's ever done this before. And there was only 2 other Nightmare Before Christmas inspired builds that show up on like the first, you know, 20 or so on YouTube. 2 of them are builds. The rest of them are all casts. I'm not a cast person. I will include, you should stick around to the end, because I will include, I did try to make like a modern day Sally. I don't know. My husband approved. He thought it looks like something that Sally would wear, and it looks kind of like Sally. I don't know. So you should stay to the end and tell me what you think about that. But, so there was only 2 videos on YouTube that had builds for Nightmare Before Christmas, and they were both of Jack Skellington. And I was like, oh, not been done before. Maybe this was a good idea. Just keep getting higher pitched. Sorry, I'm like losing light outside. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's okay. I don't look as shiny now. It was bothering me. But so I did sit down, and one of the videos that was on there for the builds was by Kate Emerald, of course, because she's done everything. She's an amazing builder, like the queen of all things. She's Kate Emerald. Come on. So I watched her video of Jack's house, and she did a really cool thing with her roofs, where it was like she used 2 diagonal pieces and made one like curve in and one like curve out. So like the roof looks like this. You'll see. And I was like, I had to shout her out and be like, hey, watched your video from 2 years ago, and I used it for a little bit of roofing inspiration in my build. Hope you don't mind. And then she retweeted it. So now there's like, I don't even know. I'm currently recording this voiceover on Wednesday, and the speed build won't go up until Sunday. But right now on Wednesday, there is like 100 likes on the video, on the picture on Twitter, 1,000 likes on the post on Facebook, and my mind is blown that there's like this much, like, I don't know if it's like interest or if it was just like that interesting of an idea. I didn't think it was gonna be this cool. And I don't necessarily think that I'm that particularly good of a builder. Like, I can't build really crazy things. I just come up with weird ideas. Like the pumpkin house. Everybody loves the pumpkin house, and it's like, you know, a bunch of octagonal rooms put together with some rounded roofs. It wasn't anything particularly, you know, technically difficult. It was just a random idea that I had, and that's sort of this build as well. You know, it's a little Victorian house, not that good of a Victorian house, because I was trying to keep it, you know, small enough so that I wouldn't have as much interior to decorate, and I didn't feel like they needed that much space. And then I just did weird wallpaper. That was it. That was it. Nothing that crazy at all. And people really like it, and I'm very appreciative of it, of that. Appreciative of that. I don't know. I feel very happy right now that you guys like everything that I've been doing recently, and yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so we are starting to work on the kitchen. As you guys saw all of the exterior, all of the like the crazy things that I did, and not that crazy of things that I did, I guess. And so I wanted to do lots of like little nods to the movies. So, you know, there's plenty of like jars, and then I placed a lot of urns that look like jars. Like that's actually something I have in my house. I have like, I should have brought it in here with me, but I'm a dummy. I have a Deadly Nightshade jar from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I think I keep like bobby pins in it. I don't know. It's cute. Yeah. So. So I did like lots of jars and then like urns and stuff, and I put like little cauldrons on the stove. So this house is like inspired by Sally and inspired by Nightmare Before Christmas, but it definitely in no means, no way, shape, or form is reflective of anything in the movie whatsoever. Like there's definitely no houses that look anything like this or would contain any of these materials. Gotta put that disclaimer out there. Yeah, so I wanted to set up just a little dining room table with just enough room for her and Jack. And then I had put the living chairs in this area as well, but I do go back and change that eventually. Eventually I go back and like make everything completely different. 'Cause you know me, I can't make up my mind about stuff. I did really like the way that the kitchen turned out. You know me, I like kitchens. I like doing kitchens. I think they're very cute. And I like doing kitchens, especially this time of the year when I can do, you know, bottles full of dead alien babies and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm just weird. Thanks for being here. But, you know, my favorite characters from Nightmare Before Christmas are not any of the main characters. I'm actually a really big fan of Lock, Shock, and Barrel. I love the trick-or-treaters. I feel like I've said this before, but my husband and I normally do group costumes with some other friends, and there was one year where it was it was he and I and our best friends, and we would dress up as Lock, Shock, and Barrel. So, you know, I was the witch, my husband was the little devil, and then our friend was the skeleton, and I made paper mache masks that turned out really cool, and then we went to like a Halloween party, and nobody recognized us. If I can find a picture, I will include it in the video. Like, here, up there, raising the roof. Okay, so if I can find a picture, this was several years ago, if I can find a picture, I'll include it up there because I think we looked really good in my homemade masks. Yeah, I don't know. So as you can see, I not only decorated things for Halloween, I also decorated things for Christmas. Because it's the Nightmare Before Christmas. Like I said, there's a lot of like little nods to the movie, but it's definitely not built based off of any building in the movie whatsoever. Yeah, I had a lot of fun decorating these windows, so much so that I copied that basically exact same layout upstairs, where I did the 2 strings of the Christmas lights and then the alternating paper lanterns with the pumpkins and the skeletons. I thought it turns out super cute. So this is where I decide that I no longer want the living room to be here, and I move it back next to the Christmas tree. And I'm like, if Jack's gonna live here with Sally, maybe he does. He moves into her house because she's wonderful. He's gonna need a place to do all of his, you know, scientific stuff that he likes to do. So I made like a little mad scientist table, basically. Nothing really important or crazy. I did originally use this artwork. This is from Simsational 2, or Simspiration 2. I'll include the link to their gallery page, but they put up a lot of artwork, and it's normally your Sims painting something that was once custom content. But when I tried to say this to the gallery, it said that there was custom content in my game. So I went back and I deleted all the paintings, and it said that there was not custom content. So unfortunately, those paintings don't get to stay. even though they are very cute. I do love them, and I have definitely used them in builds before, which makes me feel bad that I didn't realize that they were modded before. What can you do? What, I guess I should just, you know, use the artwork in the games. I only have like all of this artwork to use. I guess I should use it. So we are starting to work on the, see look, I put one over the bed. It's so cute over the bed. We're working on the bedroom now. I like went really fast over the bathroom. I didn't feel like it was important in any way. It's got a toilet and a sink and a tub shower combo, all from vampires. I didn't go anywhere outside of the realm of innovation there. But I did really like the way that this bedroom turned out. I thought it was very cute. I put like there's like a random vase or urn from Star Wars, and then like this little piece from Star Wars. Very cute. A lot of the stuff that came from that pack I can absolutely see myself using in regular builds. I only just recently got it, that's why I say this. I kind of want to do a let's play because I really, really, really love Star Wars. If you can't tell. So, but I feel like I wouldn't be very good at let's plays because that's such like a long stretch of time to have to try to talk about stuff. But it has to be about the game instead of me just rambling for, you know, 20 minutes while talking about a build. This is easy. I don't think let's plays are easy whatsoever at all. Anyways, so we are working on the upstairs. The bedroom is now done, though eventually I do remove the painting. I actually did not put another painting in its place. I thought it still looked really good with just the pumpkins and the cobwebs up there. And then I made a little sitting area with a bookcase, nothing too fancy. And then this ladder in their bedroom is going to lead up to a knitting nook because, you know, Sally. Did you know that Sally's last name is Sewing? Her name is literally Sally Sewing, according to Funko Pops. I don't know. So I did make this area up here into a knitting area since we don't have sewing in The Sims. So I figured that she could go up here and she could, you know, do her sewing stuff. I don't know. That's about as close to being creative as I could get after all of the other creativeness of this build. Anyways, so I just want to say, if you have liked this video, give me a big ol' thumbs up to let me know that you liked it. If you have anything that you'd like to say about the build itself or comments for me, whichever, make sure that you make a comment down below. And as always, you can subscribe. I still have one more spooky build coming for the end of the month that I'm very excited about, and I know I've been hinting at it forever. Yeah. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day. Like the best day ever, 1 out of a billion. The score is obviously a billion because it's the best day ever. And if it's not, hit me up, let me know. I'll say something to make you smile. And I will talk to all of you later. Bye!